We're about 3 weeks out from rifle season, and we're getting our ground blinds out, making sure they're clean. These things are a must at any deer camp, any property. They're so convenient. They're very portable. Pop them up real quick, just a few minutes. I've got two different kinds here. I've got a big Hawk. This is a 3-man cabin, is what they call it. It's got a different color pattern. I like to use this one in the pines where I have darker, more shadows. This one is a Rhino. It's one of my favorites. I like the way the windows open up, and they're both really, really good and convenient. I like to utilize this one where I have more hardwoods. Color matches better. But we're going to look inside of these, and then we're going to put this one up today. You are going to come along with me. I'm going to clear out my shooting lanes, and we're going to get this one set up. So this is the Hawk ground blind, the one that has the darker camo color. I believe it's called a 3-man cabin, but you can see the space in here. It's just, I'm 6'2", and I can stand up without any, plenty of room. You could get 3 men in here easy. This is a great setup for, if you got a bunch of cameras, you're filming, you can put your camera guy back here, your hunter, and even a second person. So a lot of room, really easy to use windows. These are real quiet. It's one of the features I really like about this stand is it's so quiet. Listen. There's no snapping, there's no zipping other than the door getting in and out. But you can adjust these really, really easy. This window goes all the way around. This is completely around this. You got a shooting window. You've got the mesh, see-through mesh that you can shoot through for bow hunting, whatever. But really, really nice. We're not going to put this one up today. I just got it out to make sure there wasn't any spiders or anything in it. Make sure it was good. But I like to utilize these. They're so portable. You get a wind change or something, you can't hunt a certain stand because of the wind, you can pop these up and kind of brush them in. And I'll show you what brushing in is when we set this one up today, this other one, this Rhino. But they're very convenient, very handy. Like I said, if you have a deer camp property you hunt, you need one of these or a couple of these on hand. This particular Hawk is made with really good fabric. It's very well made. It's really nice. It's a nicer ground blind. My brother got 2 of these. I don't like leaving these out for extended periods of time. I like to save them. I like to really take care of my stuff. This one, on the other hand, it's made well. It's not as fancy. This one I have left out for 3 months, and you can see it's fine. I always make sure there's nothing going to blow in on it. I got to spray them off or clean them when I get them back to the house, but I feel comfortable leaving this one out. That's why I'm going to go ahead and put it up. We're 3 weeks out from the beginning of rifle season. I don't have any issue putting this one out now, but I saved these. I got two of these we have here at the camp. We saved these for wind changes. We've got an extra hunter, whatever. We have certain spots we have set up where we can pop these up when we need to. But they're very convenient, very handy. I recommend every deer camp have at least 1 or 2. Just another option to increase your odds and success. We're going to set this one up today, and I'll show you what I mean by brushing them in. You want to hide them as best you can, and we're going to do that today with this one. I'm going to set this one up. This one's going on the, we call it the power line. It's back close to my wife's garden. The deer have been getting in her garden, so it's a really good spot. We got a travel pattern. They come up a holler out of there. So it's a good ambush spot. But y'all stay with us. I'll tell you all about this one when we get it back to the woods. Get our trail. We like to get a nice trail in here. This is the power line. We've got a ridge here, separates two drains, two hollers that come up to the point about where my wife's garden is. So the deer cross here this way, but they come up out of this massive holler down here. They come up right up through here, and we've got this spot. We call it the power line because it's next to the power line, but it's on a little ridge where we're going to put this ground blind. But before we set it up, we're going to make sure we got a good trail. We're going to set the stand up, and then we're going to make sure our shooting lanes and everything's nice and clear. So we are kind of close to season, so I like to be what I call stealth mode. Just loppers, and I've got an electric chainsaw that I use. It's really, really quiet, and I'll show you all that here in a minute when we start clearing some of the bigger stuff out. But again, you want a good trail coming to your stand where you're not going to trip. It's kind of quiet here, so I can walk easy, slip in and out. So we hunt this stand on a north wind or a west wind. So coming in, you have the wind at your favor, and you can come in quietly. And it's just right there, so it's going to be a really stealthy spot. These loppers are great. Got them at Lowe's. Fiskars. I've had them for 4 years. They're long, and they can cut as long as you're strong enough. It's, you know, good size limbs. And we'll use some of this stuff to brush in our blind. Again, I really love these. We'll see if they're on Amazon, and we'll put a link up in the show notes. There's our setup. This is where we're going to put the ground blind. The door will be here. As you can see, we're on a ridge. We've got a little drain here. We've got a wore out deer trail coming right up through here. You can see it's really, really thick. The deer have a whole lot of cover. This is mainly a early morning or late evening stand. We're fairly close to the house, so this is a stand I can hunt in the evenings or afternoons when I get home from work. But the deer are just coming through wearing this out. It's probably 50 yards from the trail that they use. But what we'll do is we'll get the stand set up and make sure that we don't have anything in the way where we're going to be seeing deer. That way we can get a good clear view. So it's a lot of fun. It's a beautiful day. Stay tuned. I love cedar. Makes a really good cover scent. So I'll save a few of these to put on the stand after we get it set up. But I'm marking this as if my brother comes or somebody comes and wants to hunt this stand, I can tell them where to go. Kind of mark the trail, especially if it's dark. They can find it with a light. I can just tell them, cedar tree, there's a limb there. That's the start of the trail. Easy as that. It comes with stakes. We'll stake it down so the wind won't flip it over. If you've watched my videos on deer stands, I don't really like a lot of backlight. So I don't need all this window. So I'm gonna close this up. This is really only view I need. Of course, you know, here in a month or two these leaves will fall, you can see better. But this is all that I need. I always keep a shooting stick in the stand to take a rest on. But we'll get this stand secured and brushed in and go down and clear out our shooting lane. Yeah, this stand is about 4 years old. It doesn't leak. You can see it's been taken down and put up quite a bit, but it doesn't leak. It works great. And I'll make sure this is shut. And when I come in to hunt, I'll shut the door too. Again, you don't want any backlight. And you'll see, we'll get a shot after we get everything set up. I'll sit here with the door shut and you won't be able to see me. I'll be completely blacked in, shadowed in. Yeah, I'm excited. We're getting close, y'all. So a few differences. This has a main clip for the door, which I like because when I leave I can just clip it. Now when I'm in here hunting, I can take these and clip them around. They just snap. Again, it gets rid of all the backlight. And for the shooting windows, I love it because they're just little clips. Very quiet, no zippers, very stealthy. So you got Velcro here. It's really nice. This can come completely out, and then you got a flap on the inside that just uses the hooks and but it's very, very quiet. So I like the big clip because when I'm done hunting, I can just clip it. It's really easy to get in and out. I'm ready to go. Now once I'm inside, obviously, I get rid of all the backlight I can. I'll hook these on the tent pole. Really, really easy to set up, really good stand. We'll get it brushed in and then clear some shooting lanes. Be ready to go. All you really want to do is just break the outline of it. Deer, as long as you wouldn't have to do anything to it, but I just like everything, take it above and beyond. I like to throw some on top too, because sometimes this fabric kind of shines. Just kind of break that off, break it up a little bit. But from back here, looking back, we'll get a shot. It's pretty well hidden once you do this. But like I said, you don't really have to do this. It's pretty much concealed, but I like to take things to the extreme. But just added confidence when you're sitting in there. All right, well, we're going to get cutting on the shooting lane. Had a lot of storms and different trees leaning over. Got some stuff to clear out through here, but I'm going to use this electric saw. It's really quiet. It's got a long reach. It's a Kobalt 40 volt brushless. Got it at Lowe's. So again, this is very handy. It's got a 10-inch blade. It's made for, you know, trimming limbs, but I've cut limbs off my poplar trees, you know, that big around, probably 6 inches, 7 inches in diameter. But it works really good here with the getting muscadine vines out of the way, you know, even cutting some of these little saplings down. And it's not loud like a chainsaw, so it's stealthy. I've got reach, and right here is the trail where the deer come up. And right up there is the stand. So just clearing some stuff that has fallen throughout the year, you know, limbs and stuff that's got caught in vines. You can see that stand's really well hidden. And again, the leaves will be falling, so you'll be able to see a lot better then too. But we're gonna keep clearing, and I'll get up there in the stand and I'll show you how hidden I am. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. But y'all come back and see us when you get the chance.